Welcome back, sacred friends, to another episode of Inspirational Coffee Talk. My name is L.schonewill. I'm an inspirational life coach, a healer, and an avid, and I do mean avid, anything warm drink lover. If you don't already have your warm drink, go grab that now and join me back in just a moment. Welcome back, sacred friends. Welcome to Friday, end of the week. Boy, so much is happening. So much is getting ready to happen. And I can feel the opportunities, the excitement of this. And so in today's episode, I wanted to say, yay, Easter is almost here. Yay to the solar eclipse that's coming up on April 8th. Wow. April just feels like such a big month for me. I know we're not quite in it yet. We're close, but it just feels like such a big month that I really felt guided to talk about how we can take just a moment. I know we're only just a smidget into this year, maybe the first quarter, and really look back and say, what part of this time period are we excited about, nervous about? And for that matter, we can even look back over our life and maybe honor the past without being trapped there. And I think so many times people are afraid to look back. We've been so conditioned and programmed kind of in an all or nothing way of thinking that we either have to take everything or leave nothing, right? And so can we look back through our history, not just as individually, maybe looking back over our family and say, what part of this family did and do I love, right? What part worked, what part didn't, but we've been, again, so conditioned that if we didn't have the best childhood, to just whip the whole thing out. Same thing in our world, in our government, in what's going on in the world. It's like really being able to honor the parts without being trapped there, and really getting a sense of maybe even trusting this invisible divine intelligence that runs through all things, even without understanding it. Trusting that, our past led us to where we are now. Even if there's parts we didn't like and don't like, it led us to who we are. Just as a country, it's leading us to where we're at now. And some people are absolutely drawing their line in the sand saying no more. Right? And this is good. This is the Aries energy of rising up, stepping up into what's next for us individually, collectively, as a nation. What's next for us? Okay? It's time to really recognize that we're going back to bring our awareness, our wisdom forward, so that we can create a vision. I talked a little bit about that on Wednesday. A vision for our life. What's next? Where are we being called to? Do we have the capacity to imagine something greater than ourselves? Can we get behind, even if we don't understand it, Can we recognize that we're part of a greater whole? That all of this is building up into a very monumental next. Do you see that? I think we all need to use caution with all the events happening in our world to pause and say, one, what am I making this mean? You hear me say that a lot. And before we jump into a huge meaning, to sit with it long enough to say, could this also be an invitation for a greater next? Know that you are so worthy of a greater next. I think we're all being pulled that way, invited that way, asked to step up in our lives that way, and really recognize this next that's coming. These next few weeks are going to be kind of front row seats to how our world is unfolding. And I want to remind you all that what's unfolding is necessary. I believe this wholeheartedly. It's so necessary in order to get us to what's next for us. Okay? So here's the invitation today. Recognize your wholeness. Recognize your value. Recognize the places and parts of yourself that's calling for a new, a next, higher, better, more. Okay? It's here. It's here. It's wanting to unfold. It's wanting to take flight. Oh, this is so great. I feel it on every part of my being. This is so great. So the invitation is here. Welcome. Welcome to what's coming. I'm super excited. I will be here cheering you all on. We can do this. We got this. We are doing it. We're ready. So welcome. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, give it a big like. Subscribe if you haven't already. And have a beautiful weekend, everybody. Bye for now.